Hi, I want to show you the first Halloween masks I made a really long time ago, and they are still terrifying. Going to start with this one. It is made from paper mache. It's quite sturdy. I started with cardboard stripes, I lined them all over my face and pasted them together with paper tape. Then I had the general face, so I could start it with paper mache. And when it was smooth, I could paint it. And the nose is... Do you remember Kinder Surprise? Well... What was that? Well, it is one of these toy balls painted in red. The mouth is also paper mache, and the teeth as well. He had more teeth, but they are lost over the years. It sits quite comfortably on the face. Usually I would wear a hoodie with it, so it's nice and sealed, but you can really move it. You can really move it without it falling off too much, especially with a hoodie. Wait, I'm going to put on a hoodie. So it was mostly like this, and I also had for Halloween a fake knife that I could bring along. There were like Halloween, how do you say it? There were like Halloween stuff that you could participate in at, like you're just walking through a forest and all kind of people are scaring you. And some friends and I went with this and other scary stuff, but we didn't work there because we asked, can we work there? Well, it was basically like this. Hi, we would like to work for you for free. Here are the masks and such. We will be there if you want. Yes, sorry, we don't want your free service. We only work with professional actors. Oh, I heard everybody was a volunteer. But we don't want that. Well, that's strange. And later from another source we heard everybody was volunteers because it wasn't that good. I knew it. But the funny thing is, we paid to go there as a visitor, but we stayed on one spot to scare people, and at the end of the event I heard people say they liked the clowns the most, and we were the only clowns right there at the moment. So it will be a funny story for them, because if a lot of people say they like the clown the most but they didn't hire any clowns, it would be pretty funny. Oh, and I have another story with this. It's pretty sad actually. So, a friend of mine did this in his garden when it was Halloween, and there is a field pretty close to him. And it was Halloween, so we saw children and we just chased them in clown costume. So the children were terrified and they ran off. And we ran back, we went inside and we saw them returning with like adults, like very angry and grown-up-y and such. But yeah, it was funny. Oh, this one is a mess, but it's also brilliant. It is falling apart, the cheek. The main thing you notice is it is huge for a mask. That's because I want to be taller, because that's more scary, I think. And the way I made it, I started off with a helmet. This is just an ordinary cheap helmet. Actually, I bought this for airsoft, but only used it one time. And I used this big structure. This is all cardboard. This is this very strong beam, but made out of cardboard, just to support it. And it is also paper mache. The eyes are golf balls. The nose is just a piece of paper actually. And technically this might be my first foam project, because the teeth are made out of foam that I found on the ground somewhere. He has a huge chat chin, as you can see. And the way it works, because of the helmet, I can put it on like this. It fits very comfortably. and I can see through the teeth of the monster. Like, I can perfectly see it like this, and I can adjust it on the way. I can breathe perfectly, I can see perfectly, and it only looks a little bit weird, but there's more. What I used was a big blanket, and I would just walk around like this with big movements and such. But now it's light, but when I did this, it was always in the dark. And I will show you a little bit later in the video, but the eyes also glow in red, which is pretty creepy. I used kinda fairy lights on batteries, and I ran the lights inside of the ping pong balls, and when I put batteries inside of it and flip it on. So technically this might be my first ever cosplay, but for Halloween. Creepy costume. I haven't worn it since. I actually have another mask, but I think I have thrown it away because it aged pretty badly. Since the move it got crushed, and you have to get rid of something, so that mask was one of them. I will put a picture in here. It was made out of actually the same way as I did the other masks. It was made out of paper mache, but that was the first mask I did with some kind of paintable silicone over it, so it looks very much like it has a skin or something. I'm an idiot. No, this is actually paper mache with silicone over it. When I look closely, I used a brush to paint the silicone all over it because I can see the brush strokes. And that brought me on the idea to make this furry mask. It's also made out of silicone, but this is a video for another time. Thank you for watching. I think there is a battery stuck in his head. No.